Hello, hello. I didn't realize. I can't load game. The last time we saved was September 23rd. That was a month ago. What the heck? 33 months. Why have we been subbed for so long? Subbed to the least consistent Twitch streamer. I'm gonna jump into the thing. If the game is too loud, let me know. I think it should be fine. This game is generally quieter anyways. It should be a little bit louder than Kingdom Hearts was yesterday, but all quieter than I have set before. Alright, you'll have to tell me. Well, because the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Yep. Just vibing by that snowman. Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. That's right. Snowman vibe. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave us for him. That's right. We need to give him the note from Iris. That says, the gentleman in black, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. Thank you for the handpads. No flavor tank? This is 5 shilling. I believe it's called a crown. And you can train a Scotland Yard detective to do whatever you want with just a single one. How much is 5 shillings, by the way? I don't know. Well, probably enough to buy all the chips the inspector could possibly eat in a whole month. That's greasy. That would be pretty greasy. Oh. How about I actually show it to him? Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Busy with those chips. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign Garridebs, that's for sure. We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship? Her ladyship? Give that here at once. Come on, hand it over. That's for me. Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly? The silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee, that's what it is. An appearance fee? Oh, I see, you mean... That's right, for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. We will be saying Sholmes in this one. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time. Didn't he complain? Like, I feel like last time he complained about the way everybody talks about him because he's in this magazine. Yes, yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course, her using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you. This man is a literal tool. Never you mind that. So, what did you want to know then, huh? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem? It says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know? Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ah, the little knife-wielding mustache Japanese fellow. He lives in a right old hovel. It's just over there, look. It's the one with the bricks over the windows. On the first floor of that house in the corner where that wreck of a bicycle's propped up. Whatever did happen to that bike? Sadly, we'll never know. That is nearby indeed. If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Garrideb. Oh yeah, I remember these guys. Right, well... If you see her again, you make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. Don't worry, Inspector, we will. Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship. I love that. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. What even is this human being? You've never played an Ace Attorney game, have you? This is like your first exposure to one. But I mean, we're on chapter 4, so you've seen some of the weirdness that goes on. Yes. So then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely. Well, new location of the dead. You would still have to ask what the hell. It's fine. May I help you? Yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garrideb? Indeed it would, sir. Who may I say is calling? My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here? What was that base? We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garrideb. I have some questions about this room. Did you see that, Miss Suzato? That was a real-life English maid. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. Better? Certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler and the experience will be complete. Oh, I'm not sure I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garrideb will see you now. This way. Hi. Can I look around before I talk to him? I want to look at everything. Mostly the cannon. That's a full-size cannon! What's it doing in here? Oh my, it's real! I thought it might be a replica. That old thing? That's a little more than a toy. Hi, Katie! Sorry? The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. I have multiple questions, and I'm reasonably sure I don't want to answer. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's fine. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house. Really? It isn't overkill? Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy. You think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garrideb? Always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well in the cannon there, Joan tells me. Which rather proves my point, I feel. It's been reduced to a drying rack. I wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame. I love cannon. You know what? I can respect it. I noticed you have a pile of books here, Mr. Garrideb. Do you enjoy reading? Ever experienced a London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of the fire with a jolly good book. Oh, there's a copy of Rand's magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Garrideb enjoys the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, too. The great detective has a great many followers, it would seem. That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it? It's clearly been well looked after, though. That old thing? Not much better than rags, really. Oh? Wore that ceremonial garb in my retirement bash, you know? But I'm not one for dwelling on the past. Me would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Yeah, not one for dwelling on the past, but I took a kid in home. Anyway, it doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it? I see. Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. This guy is relatively humble. He's an interesting guy. That looks like a Medal of Honor, and it's showcased on a very grand banner. Kinda crooked, though. Yes, it's displayed with some pride, I would say. Although it bothers me that it's not straight. What, that old thing? Sorry? I should be glad to see the back of it, but the general would turn in his grave if I disposed of it. The wall's the best place for it. Keeps the belly thing out of my way. So it's been polished to shine by accident, I suppose. There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Look. Let me see. It says, for distinguished participation. Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for. Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet, but I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure an officer by the number of medals to his name, of course. Common knowledge in military circles. Right. Are those mortar shells? They're enormous! I hadn't noticed! What are they doing here? Are those old things? A couple of little rounds I accidentally fired into the barracks during training, you know? Became a bit of colorful regiment folklore, that incident. You mean you deliberately hunted out the spent shells? Well, I wouldn't say deliberately, exactly. They're only scrap iron, after all. Usually just thrown away, I believe. But you never know when things might come in useful, do you? Useful for what, exactly? Yes. Well... Joan here did manage to knock one of the belly things on my foot the other day while she was dusting. Oh no. I hadn't shed a tear since 1869 before then, you know? Maybe reconsider throwing them away? A portrait of Mr. Garridebs is glaring at me, I swear. Also crooked. You notice that all the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Garridebs as well? Yes, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well. Ah, yes. Seemed to come back from the local pawnbroker with that little trinket. Seemed to come back? What do you mean? The chap who runs the place is a bally wizard. Went in to sell him something and came out with that thing. And point of fact, now I think about it, I rather often find myself leaving the place with something I don't need. The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to requirements. Susato-san doesn't pull her punches. Or her throws, for that matter. Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely. Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm going to have a very quick look. Just a little peek. Maybe let's not, Miss Susato. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea. What? Oh. Doesn't that seem kind of weird? This place is really messy here. Let me scoot over here for a second. I'll move it back. Oh, look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand. Look at the wreckage of this guy's house. Lined up? Looks more like someone has half demolished them to me. Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It is quite the English way. It's Mr. Garridebs' custom to take 2 cakes with his tea. That sounds delightful. Oh, wait a minute though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand. Well, naturally. And it would never do to waste the leftovers. So whenever Mr. Garridebs doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joan, you shall have to tidy up. Almost like a fight happened here. Yeah, almost. How magnanimous of you. Like, the back wall really looks like a fight went on. This old candle holder looks a little out of place here, wouldn't you say? And these two are absolutely fighting. Yes, you're right. It's clearly supposed to be gold, but it's almost completely black for some reason. Ah, that old thing? Yes, just a cheap piece of ironmongery. What really? Oh. Used it when I was studying, don't you know? For my commission. I know it's old. Hardly worth hanging on to, really. But, well, still has its uses sometimes. What, a weapon? Does everything in this room have some elaborate story behind it? They're memories, Mr. Naruhodo. Memories. This window looks out over Briar Road where the young woman was attacked. Oh yes, I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road investigating the crime scene. I'm gonna do my best to get through this investigation section as well. And, like, save it and then stream to the trial, but we'll see. The glass is rather murky, isn't it? You can't see very clearly. Does this thing open at all, I wonder? I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir. Sorry? As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner would go opening windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you. Seems very unlikely that these two would have seen anything of the incident then. Just look at this busted up wall here. Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my, a genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? It's broken. Although the shelves seem to be broken, and the crockery is... Oh dear, it's in pieces. It sure is. Yeah, I'm gonna put myself back. I was like, hereabouts. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice. Ah, I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired at it. Yes, probably something like that. But let's not delve too deeply here. The only other thing, I think, to click on is just the two of them. Good day to you, John Garridebs, at your service. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. You excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwan, don't you know. Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings. He's a retired soldier. It's a hell of a job getting up and down stairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine. Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. Or I'm just out of shape. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, do you think so? Well, Mr. Garridebs, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly. Joan, fetch the... Dashing old woman, be careful. Oh, dearie me. I do beg your pardon, sir. Jolly nearly took the skin off my hands. I shall be more careful, sir. So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now. Yes, I see. Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right? Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only too pleased, naturally. Especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blighty. Blight. Why is he starting his tea with that? We forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. This case is very much in the public eye, as it were. Oh, is it? Even had some famous detective poking around, you know? In this old house, would you believe? Yes, Mr. Sholmes. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so... No, Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak. So he's in Soseki-san's room. Good to know. It's a belly nuisance, and it is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. The whole neighborhood that has windows, anyways. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling. So now, Mr. Natsume. Well, Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garridebs, please, do tell us. Ah yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week. Only a week, and he got arrested. Poor guy. Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then. I have 2 lodgers most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor room became available a week ago. Dashing old Joan, do be careful. For what that said was, there had been something. Oh, my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Oh? Why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking, looking over his shoulder. Bruh. The man had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. What even was that? She poured tea. What do you mean? She poured a little extra. I said to myself, Joe, and that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. He probably is. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Yes. Oh, yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us. Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? Oh my word, yes. The man was shadier than an orchard. What? Could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed, too. Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. You know this? There's someone renting, like, a part of my house, and I know when they come and go, or I know when they have company, but, like, I don't know what time they sleep at night. And to be fair, if I'm not in my office, I won't necessarily hear them coming or going. But if I'm in there, then I know. I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Huh. I hate being up at 2 in the morning. Could you clarify something, I wonder? What, pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Oh. I'd understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house. Is that correct? That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level. Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example? Even the times they go to bed? Uh-oh. Good grief, Joan. Be more careful, woman. Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. Well, anyways, about that incident. It seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window at around that time? The window? Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby? 5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garrideb household. Oh, you eat early. So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan? No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see on the other side of the road. Oh, I see. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then? Such as? Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated. Well... Yes? Was there something then? Well, it's nothing particularly significant, but around that sort of time in here that... For the love of God, Joan! Watch what you're doing! How much tea spawns out of that pot? She's poured like the entire contents on his hand. Well, 4 times? In this stream alone. Oh, dearie me! What have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir. Do be more careful, woman. Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Oh, yes? I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Oh, really? Mr. Garrideb? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been. Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really. Nothing of... Joan, dash it all. What is the matter with you, woman? Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal, Joan? That's right, Mr. Garrideb. What is the matter with these two? Sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident. But what? I wish I knew. Well, about Mr. Natsume's room. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on? Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor. And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there, even as we speak? We'll actually, probably see both rooms. Yes, told me Natsu's name and asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key. Mr. Natsume is engaged Mr. Sholmes' services? That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around? In Mr. Natsume's room, I mean. Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs. Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try. Oh, I'm remembering something about this. I can't say yet, but I'm remembering a thing. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. Maybe. The location has been added. Wow. Look at the cat. Hey, cat. I picked my cat ears and I forgot about the cat. Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. I suppose it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. Well, I guess. No, me neither. It's so dark in here, too. Well, that would be the bricks over the window. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think, yes. once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives. They bricked up the window for some reason. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true. But according to what Mr. Garridebs told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Well. Oh, oddly enough, I don't see him. Well, let's click on everything. Oh look, it's a beckoning cat from home! It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him. This is a room. I mean, it's got walls. And a door, I assume. Not pictured. And, stuff. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. Who wanted a lucky charm? Well, I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same. And this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him. It's not doing a very good job so far, is it? You mustn't say such things. I didn't say a word. Why are my eyes such a giveaway? A Maneki Neko did nothing wrong. This appears to be some sort of meter on the wall here. Looks very robust. I wonder what it's for. There's a slot for inserting coins here, too. Oh, yeah. I'm remembering things about this case. Rip Ryunosuke. And we love Ryunosuke. Ah, I believe that is a gas meter, Mr. Naruhodo. A gas meter? Yes, it seems there's piped gas in this district, which consumers pay for by putting coins in the meter. So, if we were to put a coin in the slot, that would be enough gas to use the lights and the gas fire for the whole night. So if you're too poor to have a coin, you'd have to spend the night in the dark and freezing cold. That's right. As would a rich man who only carried crisp white notes. Oh, London is a scary place. Book pile? Look at all those books stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling. They're all works of English literature, and they all smell so musty. With this volume of books to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you? No, what a dreamy idea. True, but like, I want it a little more organized than this. I do have stuff piled in my bedroom as well, though. I don't have enough shelf space. Man, I got so mad because I said I don't have room for more, like, books, really. I don't have room for more bookshelves in my house. And I said, and don't tell me that I don't like to buy more because I don't have space. Immediate response. Buy more bookshelves. And I'm like, I was so mad. I was so dumb. Look, sometimes you don't have space for bookshelves because your house is already full of bookshelves and you stacked those bookshelves like 2 or 3 rows. So you can't even, you have to like take out a row of books so you can see what's behind that. Don't tell me to buy more shelves. I don't tell me to get rid of books either, because I kind of hoard those. Although I did get rid of a lot when I moved. But then I have gotten some since. A bad dream, maybe. For me, at least. Bookshelves. Has this man never heard of bookshelves? He probably can't afford them. I mean, there's the shelf on the left. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again. Ah, so reading it is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime. Just the tea ceremony teaches us. I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy. I can't look at that. We'll look at the cat last. Would you even call this a window? I think so. It was a window at one time, after all. Although all that remains is a frame around some bricks now. See, I told you Susato is great. And you didn't like her. Oh, Susato slander in my house. So really it's just a wall then, isn't it? Why would anyone deliberately brick it up like that? I'm afraid I have no idea. Ah, perhaps Mr. Natsume painted the brick design in On in a fit of whimsy. Get a booperty. Well, I mean, we had the boop emote. I don't think I have an asset for that. I'd have to look, but I'm not sure that one is really a thing. That's alarmingly feasible. Anyway, whatever the reason, the lack of ventilation in here makes the place very oppressive. It does. Imagine being cooped up in a room like this would be extremely trying. That desk seems to be wedged in a crevice between the mountains of books on either side. I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by those towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night as well. Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books. Ah, yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it, look. And the date of purchase? 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. So before the stabbing? That's the day of the incident. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. I'll take a look at that in a minute. Alright, maybe I'll look at the cat first. We're gonna just... I love that Mr. Sholmes just appears. Hi, kitty! Look at that kitty! Nikki! Oh. Oh my, what an adorable little cat! I love the cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolored Mike, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Britain? Huh? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. It's made me feel homesick now. Okay. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. Alright. Well, bye. I guess. That's everything I wanted to. Well, anyways, how's it going? Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. There he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, you two. Good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We were together with the SS Buria. Yes, of course, the Buria. Let me see. What happened on that voyage? It was Kazuma Asogi. He died. Tragically. But you were a great help to us. Ah, yes, but of course. The case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Oh. Well, you seem to remember something of it, at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. Sholmes was not at the trial that we did. I don't think. Things did occur that... Yes. I feel like it wasn't there for that. Now I'm like unclear. I want to say he wasn't. I think I would remember. Man, who's remembering vaguely now? This is Mr. Oh, no, my dear madam. Hold your tongue. I pride myself in my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. I love the idea. Phrase brain attic. Miss Naruhodo. And Mr. Suzato. Try it the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. I lose the first round. I don't want to see this man's mind powers. This is brain attic. He doesn't have enough, brain attic. Do I not say the letter T enough for you? For attic. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. Yeah, we didn't see him last time. We haven't seen him in forever. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehended Soseki-san in that short an amount of time? I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little. A little? It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom, you know. From an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully. It means Iris, I suppose. Yeah, you know, the 10-year-old. His brain attic is clearly a bouncy castle. I love that image. Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. I thought you said it was trivial, not murky. Do I have anything in here that you gonna say anything about this? Mr. Naruhodo, please. Despite aspersions to the contrary, I am a professional. If I am to unleash my deductive powers on that trinket, I must ask for a sum of £3 in cash. Oh, I don't need you to make any deductions about it. I was just wondering if you might know... Mr. Naruhodo, as a professional, I insist that if I am to offer my opinion on that trinket, I must ask for a sum of £3 in cash. I believe Mr. Sholmes has his eye on an expensive copy of the complete works of Shakespeare. Yes, to stand on the stage amid rapturous applause. It has long been a dream of mine, as you know. I literally had no idea. I'm so glad. I think he says the same thing. Have you seen this, Mr. Sholmes? Shh, I must have silence. It is of the first importance when I'm in the throes of deduction that nothing irrelevant distracts me. Oh, sorry. Cloudy changing to fair, perhaps. We're in the throes of deducting the weather? I think this will be the same thing. Oh. Ah, the receipt for the books our stupid Japanese friend purchased. I uncovered that yesterday morning. Marvelous find, wouldn't you agree? Oh, yes. Work of a truly great detective. Thank you for that, pets. What a scatterbrained individual he must be to have left it behind. Curiously, there was no mention of this publication on the receipt. Odd when you consider how fascinating it is. Is that it's Rance magazine? You mean not everyone in London buys Rance magazine every time they visit a shop? Yes, odd indeed. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, how expertly you slipped that into the conversation. Ah, I'm glad to agree. Detective stories can be great works of literature too, my dear fellow. Well, I don't know what I expected, but I wasn't it. Anyways, about our friend. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes. The stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Natsume. Yes, I believe that was a name rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I'm sorry, Mr. Zato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Suzato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I think he's just that dumb. Well, I assure you, I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh? How? I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime. But that doesn't make sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene. Ah, a man seen fleeing. Seen? I thought nobody saw him. I know somebody did see. There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they'd been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there's a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. We showed you that. So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then? That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophile? Bibliophile? Bibliophilia? Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no. Oh dear. Hey, pets! I'm getting many pets today. Tell me, have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Garridebs, a retired military man. It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is the services. And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from the great British institution that is service. Bibliothèque? Bibliophile? I didn't think it was that funny. Bibliojuan? I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to token the social standing of those dwelling therein. Betoken their social standing? Sorry? Bahua? Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary. As you can appreciate, for those in the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically, in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garridebs. Oh? Affable as he is, fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. I just drink this real quick, hang on. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. No! Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one. That's right, he didn't do it. Ah, but sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. A brick window. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. No, Natsume does have a kill to his name. Huh? Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. What? Window tax? What is that? Surely not a tax on windows. Precisely that. That's not Natsume. That was, Kazuma Asogi. Soseki Natsume is this guy. We had not met him before this chapter. No, he is not the one who took care of Ouchie's top knot. Oh my goodness. Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly closed windows up. While the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere. I got that completely off. You did. I mean, you did remember, like, Ouchie's name at least. We haven't seen him since chapter 1. And won't again. Till, like, chapter 1 of the next game. In an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. How awful. And unjust. Forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging, and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention. I don't know about that. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remember that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. We'll do it. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? Oh? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Ah yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are 2 facts that I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room. And there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. Ah, and one more thing. Oh? What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Garridebs is? Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? He did say that like 5 minutes ago. Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo. As yet, our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garridebs' secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you. Busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Did he? Oh, sure did. Well, why don't we go back upstairs then? chat with them a little more. Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there? Sure. Mr. Sholmes? Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. Jolly good show. Jolly good. Jolly good. I'm too American for that. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. Uh-oh. Now then, why don't you tell me what... For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're well doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Hmm? Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind. Oh, yes, of course. We're deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garridebs is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. Do I need to look around again? Or can I just talk to him? I can just... You know, I feel like something in this room might be a little different. Do you even know what it is, chat? Hang on, let me just... I think we looked at all the rest of it. Bruh. What's he doing over there? I love the look on her face. Mr. Sholmes. Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows. It's been like 2 minutes since the last time. Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over by the window? I'm given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keeping an eye on one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. Ah, and one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind. The old brain attic? A brain in a bouncy castle? Wait, he's not talking about... Is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean Mr. Sholmes? There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo? I think there's gonna be one thing that I click on this completely wrong on purpose, and we'll reload the game, just because I think it's funny. Because I remember the flavor text, and I think it's really silly. I think so. There's just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Does this man actually have a brain? Oh, he has an attic where his brain is supposed to be. Mr. Garrideb, though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, distinguished participation, the medal is on the wall. Your standing as landlord is most certainly not what one might call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions that I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon? The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. I love the conclusion he comes to on this one. It's so dumb. Huh? And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Mr. Naruhodo, look! The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on. How could you possibly... How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. Ah. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. The game is afoot. I love the music in these sequences. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. It was a kitten. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, for a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garridebs, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? Piffle? Buffle? Awful. In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Did you see that? Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well... Yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Ah. Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garridebs. At Batty's Circus. A traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tense. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. Yeah, that's definitely it. 100%. I see no flaws in that logic. None whatsoever. Now, Mr. Garridebs, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man. I simply... But what, we must now ask ourselves, is the true cause of this pain? What are we looking at? And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Pile of bills, huh? Well, to be fair, bills pain us all. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, well, Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be seen clearly by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh dearie me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. There's no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain noble woman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There's only one logical conclusion. Only one, yeah. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India. Nailed it. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle. I love this game. Whoops. What's the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. It's scalding hot? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrideb. I'm afraid I didn't notice. How much... How do you... I don't want to know. It's a cursed teapot. I do declare. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, any revelations can make people spill tears at times, too. Oh. Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it? Again. Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size? I mean, it could. Indeed, it is the only explanation for the facts. Hello! The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense. He has no common sense. But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well? I have no idea what to even say to that deduction. Isn't it great? There's this one, and there's one other one that are really silly. Somewhere in this case. Are we gonna do the other one before the trial? I don't know. But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrideb and his maid would have been hurt. Or worse. Ah, that's where you're stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon. I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food. Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I have ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. Ah, my dear Miss Susato, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Oh, what a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need. You can do it. Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe. Let us start again. From the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. Ta-da! We're gonna have to jump to a conclusion at least once, though. I will save it at the top. And then I'll probably save it a second time. Like right before. There's some beast. What form might it take? Oh, I think he's gonna. He might do the thing. Oh, I was a little bit off. I'll try to save it as close as possible because I think this is where I did the jumping to conclusions line. If you pick the wrong answer. Or can I save it right here? Oh, I can save it right there. Hang on. We'll just do that. My bad. I know we've saved 7 times in the last minute. Don't mind me. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Garridebs' reaction, it rather seems as though some beasts did indeed run amok here in this room. Wow. Thank you for that headpats. Yes, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what was it then? We must follow Mr. Garridebs' gaze. That will lead us to the true answer. Yeah, but I think if I... Let me click this real quick. Well, this is the lion statue that Mr. Sholmes picked out. Yes, I wonder. Perhaps if you did live with a lion, it would prove to be a rather sweet companion. I think that's like a mouse trying to tell its family that the cat around the house is sweet. I suppose it is a bit of a flight of fancy, isn't it? Anyway, the beast we're looking for is something else. Let's have a good look around. Well, hang on, what happens if I present it? There is no beast more ferocious than the lion, and no lion that wouldn't unleash its ferocity in unfamiliar surroundings such as this. So, it must have been a lion. No other proof is necessary. You're quite concentrating? You've identified exactly what I did originally. Oh, yes. So I have. Sorry. Well, I do understand. As inimitable as I am, people do like to try. But you will make a great detective like that. Not even a great detective's assistant. An assistant's assistant, then? Alright, I'll think again. Oh, that's not the one that I thought it was. Dang it. There's something that, like, you can choose the wrong answer, and Sholmes will ask, like, how you got there, and you're like, it's called jumping to conclusions, you see. And I don't remember what the heck it is. Wait, is it this one? Alright, now I'm just having fun. I know this is wrong. True identity of the beast that tore this room apart is these shells. With their butter wouldn't melt accomplice. Butter wouldn't melt? The cannon. But war is good for nothing. It brings only destruction. Something we must all strive to understand. What spectacularly contrived logic led you to this mindless conclusion? Oh, well, it's supposed to be a logic and reasoning spectacular, so I thought I'd contribute to the show. This is my show, Mr. Naruhodo. Kindly perform any peculiar experiments on your own stage. Such a shame. Okay, now I should I should actually do the right thing. What about in part 2? I don't know.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage indeed. What's this photograph? It appears to be from Mr. Garridebs' wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but you can't make out his bride. No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply there. No? I don't think so? Powerful but kinder than plum. I accidentally clicked too many things. Glass is broken, so you can't see the bride's face, but no amount of cracks could hide the woman's plump form. I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, she certainly looks that. There's a lot of horsepower there. Not someone you'd want to upset, that's for sure. Oh look, have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it? Yes, that's an unusual design. Looks like some sort of embellished sunflower. Oh. I just saw. There we go. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Weren't you just yapping about lions? Well, anyways. Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garrideb. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Oh, indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honored might be stretching a point. Too late. The fact remains that the beast, which so clearly savaged this room, was your wife, Mr. Garrideb. Savage a bit more than the room, don't you think? The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. As she didn't break the whole house. Well. Yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam. Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it's plain. Yep. Oh, that's right. We read this bit. Hang on. Dress pocket. Oh. I will maybe not click the wrong thing this time. Or fragile defense, this woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh, dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of a Mrs. Garrideb anywhere. But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder what Mr. Garrideb's wife could be. Wonder indeed. Hey! weird. She's wearing a very large ring, look. Oh yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. And it's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means it's surely a wedding ring. It looks like it's on there for life, too. I can't imagine it would slide up a finger of that size. See, I have the opposite problem. My hands are small. Rings don't fit very well. That said, I did see some really pretty Kingdom Hearts, like, rings recently. That's something to think, Mr. Naruhodo, not to say. Do you know, Mr. Garridebs' wife in the photograph had a ring very much like this one. It was a large sunflower design as well. Really? You have a great memory for these things. A large sunflower wedding ring. Quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it? Ah. Total coincidence. Yes. It's amazing how this one discussion here is taking on a ride more wild than multi-million-dollar movies. What do you mean? Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. Ah! Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. That's why I love these games so much. They're so fun. They're such an adventure. I'm very glad that there was at least some interest, and that was all the encouragement I needed to stream it continuously. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garridebs' bride in this photographic print. In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. No. You're Mr. Garridebs' lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrideb herself. Oh my. Oh my word. Word. Oh word. Well, jolly fine detective, sir. As you rightly surmise, this is the wife, yes. My Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was a ballet corker back— Bruh. Would appear that you don't live the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you're in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was 2nd Lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? I don't know. By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly. You mean Mr. Garrideb has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrideb? I'm to ask her in the cursed teapot. Only in company, obviously. But listen here, this must remain a secret. Tip-top secret? Please. Please. Well. The raging wife. As she was mad. She busted up the entire house. Okay, well. I probably didn't eat the carpet then. Now, Mr. Garrideb. Clearly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Onwards, we read this. Drifloon. I thought about streaming Pokemon yesterday. I don't think Drifloon's in the new one. I do like the new one for all the grief it gets. Anyways. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast. Yes, as a woman that feels rather uncomfortable. But Mrs. Garrideb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garridebs' pain is tangible, though. What could that pose of his really signify? Let's see, what things can I click on? What can we look at? So, pipe. Wait, what happens if I say the pipe? It's not the pipe, but like... It seems to me that your large pipe, Mr. Garrideb, must be very heavy. Having that thing hanging out of your mouth all day would cause anyone's jaw to ache. You must give up smoking. It's the first step towards a pain-free life. That deduction was wanting in every way. Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it. I find myself wanting never to have heard it. I'm quite pained by it, in fact. Oh. Sorry. I'll try again. I love Sorry, I had to. Like... Alright. If his wife would move. There we go. That is a huge handprint. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being repealed by that slapped cheek. Dude, she slapped him so hard. And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade was you, Madam Joan Garrideb. Well, yes. Really slapped the living... Oh my god. You've been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir. How are the pleases? How did you work that out, man? Well... Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. Well, except now. To keep your other side from view. Well, Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garrideb to fly into a rage? And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Pile of bills. I mean, pile of bills is bad. Didn't Mr. Sholmes say the bills were all for lion fodder? Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed. Which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food is Mr. Garrideb's wife. Mr. Naruhodo! She's a person, not a thing. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap round the face. One so hard that left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question. Well, there's a pile of bills. Oh, what's in that book? And all these bills, it certainly amounts to a great deal of food. Meat and potatoes by the cartload, wasn't it? Well, looking at the two of them, you can tell immediately who eats the lion's share in this household. Well, at least we're no longer talking about an actual lion anymore. Well, what is this? Ah, someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Garrideb is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark. Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. And look next to the signature here. Lip marks. Made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture. Don't get any ideas, Suzato-san. Dear, I'm sorry. So this bookmark is actually a love note then. Isn't his name John? Is that not his name? Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer. No, but really, it's I know. It is John. She slapped. Okay. Well, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here? What kind of phrase is that? Slapped him again? What? I don't know the Valley Woman. You don't know her? That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right, that's what I've been— Nope. A likely story. Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at that second-hand place, and that note must have already been in there. So, the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right, that's what I've been— A likely story. For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name! It's written to James! My name, in case you've forgotten, is John! A likely story? Are you questioning my name now? Poor John. Somebody save this man. And there we have it. Arouse the suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? Ah yes, the carpet. Very expensive carpet. Oh dear. What could have caused such a thing? I don't know. This man's getting all the hands from his wife. It's not even a maid. I mean, if he ate all the cake, she might slap him. I love this game, man. I love this game so much. But surely Mrs. Garrideb didn't eat the carpet. No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper. Just a reminder for men not to piss off our wives. I mean, the phrase happy wife, happy life does exist. I'm not gonna put anything out there, but like... No, that's true. So, this is the last part of Mr. Sholmes' seduction that we need to fix. We need only to follow Mrs. Garrideb's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer. Alright, let's see what we can see. Well, look at that carpet down there. The carpet here has been ripped to shreds. Yes, and according to Mr. Sholmes' seduction, the terrace matched those made by an Indian lion's teeth exactly. Oh, look here. What is it? If you look closely at the edge, you can see scorch marks. Oh yes, so you can. In that case, perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all. Thank you for the headbats. Let's rethink this with that in mind. Circus handbill. Power cakes. Candlestick. And click on. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and, of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. That's why you said it was cake originally. Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks? It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Little. Mrs. Garridebs' mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused a candle to fall from the holder, and in seconds the carpet was alight and the whole corner of the room in flames. Yes, For the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. I don't know, it's probably still a vengeful woman. And in this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here. After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was a scene of a fire. Mr. Sholmes, sir. I salute you! Oh. Wow. Well, how do you feel about that one, Tovir? It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material. That's illicit? I guess. For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. Don't know about admonish. Demolish might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt... My head hurts. No. Here we go again. And the carpet? Was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. Bally furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being. Over here, Mr. Garrideb? Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me. Had all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Gosh. Then the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. There was I, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride? Ah, yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. The poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle. Fettle? Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think. So at exactly the same time as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window in the street below. I did try to say nothing happened. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really? Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Naruhodo? What can I do for you? Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garridebs' situation now. But what does that have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? I can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be irrelevant or not. I don't know, chat, what's the vote? What do you think? I just knew you were going to say that. Uh-huh. Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories. Those relevant to the case, and those not. That makes no sense to me. Makes perfect sense to me. What do you mean? Just like everything is either a potato or not a potato. And I mean, that is true. All things are either potato or not potato. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over. Oh no, is it that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garridebs. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Soseki-san will be waiting for us, and I'm going to have to give him an answer. Whatever could that answer be? Prison. Or right outside. Hello again, Mr. Snowman. It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison. Yes, I know. Let's hail a Oh. What's the matter? It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Garridebs house. Huh? I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Who are you calling an old man, you rum-looking niminy-piminy? Niminy-piminy. The words this game makes me read. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Who is this Horatio fella? What do you want about? Excuse me? What the? Who are you now? I'm sorry, it looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see. Huh? A lawyer? What? If I can be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law. I thought we had to get to the prison to, like, talk to our friend. Well, our acquaintance. Fine, I'll be on my way for today. But you mark my words. This ain't over yet. I suppose. Get thee to a nunnery? Do I look like a bloomin' nun to you? Why? Why was that interaction? Hello? I do hope you're not injured? Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you. What was that all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here? In the Garrideb residence? Oh, fair Eastern maid, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. We will be seeing said humble abode at some point, but I'm not sure that it's today. Mr. Garrideb mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lived on the first floor? Ah, yes, a gentleman named Natsume? Oh, more worthy a polemist in my battle of words. Ne'er could there be. Alright, battle, did you say? Who's the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances, at least. So, fair maiden, so, good gentleman, I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. Well, bye. I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. Seems he's unaware of what's happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. Is he unaware? With Soseki-san and that man as lodgers, the Garrideb house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go and find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return. Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Hello again! Hi. Oh, it's you. You're here. You came. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. My god, that's a long title. I can't believe you came back. I'm so touched. We're so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh, no. Think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble and nurturing and never failing in Nipponese. Oh, now, let's not get carried away. Oh, I quite agree. There's nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand... It is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. Ah! Oh, it's... Yes. It's you! The miserable, rotten spy! Herlock Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything, per se. Save observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home, to see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is a superior room. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. You? How dare you? Herlock Sholmes. Oh. I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits and those accursed lodgings, no doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is be damned! What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean. And there's much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? Let's ask about the trial first. Mr. Natsume, what did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh no. Why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. It's really agitated him. You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow? Well, are you referring to the prosecutor? The Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? What do you mean? Please tell me. Summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. That's true. The defendant last time did die. Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly. Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Ah, it was something, huh? Mr. McGill did. What? 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 Oh, I am impressed, Mr. Zato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Sholmes, surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zeeks killed the man himself? Unusual. That was a pretty big fire. Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. He didn't. He would never. You have some wonderful notions. Alright. The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh, but yes. Why, of course he is. Of course he is. Then why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. Knowing the man's backstory, I have opinions. What on earth do you mean by that? Why don't we ask? I think we're almost at the end. Stay awake a little bit longer, Tolvir. Van Zeeks is quite an exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. That's good. Soseki-san looks like he's going to cry tears of joy. He always looks like he's gonna cry. As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. Remembering the jurors from last time, there was not a lot of common sense there. But we're not going to talk about it. I'm still awake, so you have to be awake. I just know it's 3 hours later for him. And, I know he EP. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Yeah, I remember that. Right? Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal. Contriving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury. Which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means that the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly is, from time to time, my dear madam, it's simply the reality of the situation. 2 hours ahead of you. It is a little after 6. I will be making food after this. But I think we're close. I think we're close to the next, like, milestone, basically. And that's alright. However, those indicted by Lord Van Zeeks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my. Though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It's most striking. Disappear? But how? Ah, by all manner of misfortunes, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever. Or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh, no, no, no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, I knew it. I'm a dead dodo and done for, doomed. Introduce yourself to a dodo? When you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garridebs' house, I assume. You mean to say you believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain. But I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. It didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me, all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room. But even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. It's not good for you. You must have been very lonely having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I've had to move a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now. Yes, why did you choose there? It seemed a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have so little money it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed." Oops. He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it. But if not, don't mention it in the first place." Yes, well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room really is cursed, then? Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really? No one at all? To believe. Yes. To believe. Mr. Sholmes. Ah, me, Mr. Naruhodo? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Buria, if you recall. Buria. The Buria. Ah, that case. The one with the snake. Well, yes. Kind of. There was a snake on that ship. At the time, I was a suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. You did indeed. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is, why? Why did you believe me? I see, yes. You mean because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room? Well, you called me a Russian like 4 times in that case, but yeah. Well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said, I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts? You must have suspected me a little. I know Susato did, which is why I told her I didn't like her. He was wrong, though. And I will remind him of it. I'm sorry. I think perhaps you've misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in. Truly profound. Boom, Tolbeer roasted. I'm sorry. Tolbeer catching strays. I don't think he's here. What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. Meaning? Whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right. He's right, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. whether or not I can believe myself. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. Oh, Cosmo, we miss you. You were so right, Cosmo. Well, my dear fellows, it is time we were leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Oh dear, there's never enough time, is there? Mr. Natsume, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. As I said, I only experienced the British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in. The defendant, justice, or the truth. How to believe, even. But I think I've finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else. To trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. That's the way. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, I'm making food. Oh, I thought you were sleeping. It is that time. My instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. Well, sorry if you heard me roasting you. And it's imperative that we prove that in court. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. That is so much to say. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end with every weapon available to me. We're not going to tell them that we're basically unarmed, though. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. If I had to guess, instant ramen, or sandwiches, or both. Of course, Mr. Natsume. Although I'm going to be making pasta after this. Because I don't think my chicken is defrosted. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was, in many ways, made up from the outset. Edible food. That is also true. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. I'll tell you what I had if you tell me about what you made. I feel like my guesses are not far off. But that is just a hunch. I'm not there, so I can't verify. Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Roundabout link. And he took to the face. Mr. Zato. Yes? Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. She is very reliable. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time that I learned to believe in myself. Soseki-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him, to fight in his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. Better say to be continued. Yeah! We did it! I'm hoping to kind of keep at that pace of like one section like this. There are multiple trial phases and multiple investigations for this particular case, and the next one. But that is all I'm gonna do today so that I can make food. because it's gonna take me a minute. I'll go off my book. Let me see. Let me see. Who do we know? Who's streaming? Um, hmm. Don't know. Who do we want to raid today? I'm wondering if they'll still be streaming or if they'll be like at the end. I'll put in the second one after I copy this one. I think this one. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. Oh my, Google killed my frames. I will see you Saturday. Bye.